Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another UKSM Marathon. You can clap if you want. Oh. It's totally optional.
Oh, nice to clap.
My name's Matt. I'm proud to announce that for the very first time, UKSM has partnered up with the lovely people at EGX to bring you a 4-day-long marathon event.
You're gonna have
stretching from today until Sunday afternoon. We've got some of the fastest runners the country has to offer, with runs ranging from Octahedron to Super Mario? No, we don't have Super Mario. We've got Tomb Raider, though, and Spyro the Dragon, and much more. You'd think after writing a script I'd get this right.
You haven't got this right, have you?
Before we get started, though, I would, of course, like to remind everyone that we are doing this whole event for the charity Special Effect. They are a fantastic charity that tries to put the fun and inclusion back into the lives of people with physical disabilities by helping them play video games. From modified joypads to eye control mechanisms, they're finding ways for everyone to play video games to the very best of their abilities. It all sounds like fun and games, but by leveling the playing field, Special Effect are bringing families and friends back together and are having profoundly positive effects on therapy, confidence, and rehabilitation of disabled individuals. It's a charity that is well worth receiving your money, so throughout our stream, our bot will be placing the donation link into the stream chat, and you'll see it cycling through the information scroller on the bottom of your screens. Please give if you can, because every little helps. Now that all of that admin is out of the way, let's get on with the marathon. Our first run today is Octahedron by Christerious. So, Christerious, please feel free to introduce yourself, and whenever you're ready, please give us a countdown so that we can accurately keep track of your time.
Sure, cool, yep. My name's Christerious.
You are?
I'm Ricox. I'm here for aesthetics, so hell yeah. This game is aesthetics in a nutshell. Okay, cool. That is the home button. So I'm going to start a new save. I was just doing some practice earlier. Let me go ahead. Getting used to the buttons. Okay. Oh, I don't even need to do it. I already prepared it. Okay, cool. I am ready for this. Yeah, so this is Octahedron. This is an indie game that came out a couple of years ago for PC, Xbox, and PS4, and there's also happened to be a Switch version. Due to a few teething issues, I'm running on Switch, so this is a very good advertisement for the transfixed edition on Switch. So I will start. We've got to get the ball rolling because we're starting a little late, so I can count down now.
Yeah, you can count down now. You can count down now.
So it's a 3, 2... In fact, actually, no, I'm wrong. The timing starts on a different time. There's a global timer in the top right, technically.
Right. Okay.
The timer actually starts.
Could you still give a countdown, though?
I'm going to do the countdown anyway.
Sweet.
Don't worry. You're like, so it is 3, 2, 1, go.
Pog.
Cool. So yeah, this is a vertical platformer. You surf on platforms to the top of the level in about like 45, 50 stages. This is a tutorial level, so there's nothing you need to worry about. But then once you get into the first world, you then do need to worry about a lot of collectibles, which I'll discuss in a moment. Yeah, I am making these platforms currently underneath me. And then this teaches you that you can surf the platform. And then this teaches you that there are bulbs you can break. These produce flowers that turn into diamonds. I might interchange all three of those terms all the time. They are diamonds. And you need to collect a lot of them to finish each world. And this is the goal you get to. So yeah, achievement.
Achievement unlocked.
What a legend. Okay, first level. So, this is Vitrigal. That's actually the name of the whole area. There is some lore to this game. I kind of skipped the cutscene for the sake of, speed, but I'm sure everyone will understand exactly what's going on whilst I play, so there's no need to talk about the story. Here are the flowers that I need to collect, though. So I need to collect around 130 for World 1. So I'm pretty much collecting everything that's in my way at the moment. As you can see, when you burst the bulbs, the flowers end up spawning either above or below them. You'll see them sort of shooting upwards. And so I need to get into their path, but it's mostly en route anyway. Let's see. So that gate gets you through here. These bulbs, actually, I'll talk about something controversial. Some of the bulbs are empty, which is pretty sad. You can break them if you feel like it, but they don't do anything. Some of the bulbs are random. There is a slight element of randomness. For example, those 2 bulbs could have produced 1 or 2 flowers. And I managed to skip that one, but whatever. It does mean that you need to keep on your toes when you're meant to be collecting 130 of them in the first world. You might not collect as many each run, so you might need to collect more in certain levels. So it keeps you on your toes. 25, I normally get 27, but I'll just have to collect more later. That's all good. Now, every level pretty much introduces a new gimmick. So the first level was still getting you used to it. This one introduces these loading platforms. So if I go to the very far left of the screen, some of them load. As you can see, they charge up like a volume bar. I have to go all the way to the left of this level, which is in the top left corner. So I have to do some climbing. So I will do a little bit of platforming. And now they're loaded. And then I can sneak up. I've also got these pipes. They're generally just to get you here and there, kind of like Super Mario 3D World if you ever played that. They're just a means to an end. It does give you a little bit of a break though. There's not much downtime in this game. It's all very fast, which is good because speedruns should be fast. Trick is coming up that I think you know. Pixel jump, let me see. It's going to be hard on a controller, but I'm going to try it.
Yeah, this jump is pretty hard to do, to be honest.
Yeah, you have to tap within 3 frames. Oh,
there we go.
Yeah,
nice.
there we go. So you're not meant to land there. Those lasers are part aesthetic, part we're going to kill you if you try and land on them. But there is a tiny, about 5 pixel wide amount of space you can land on. So that's what I do, because it is about 8-10 seconds faster. It all adds up. I can mash the jump out of here to get into the goal as soon as possible, and that's the second level down. And I have 46. It's pretty good. Zulong. I don't even remember the level names, I'll be honest. I'm more for the gameplay rather than the lore. So this level introduces these red enemies. You don't get so many enemies in the first world because you've not got anything to attack them with. Spoilers, you will soon. All of these are completely invincible. You can't really stop them. So you just have to avoid them. However, there is some damage boost that's going to come later, which I will show you shortly. And I'll try and explain to my best abilities what exactly is going on within about 2 seconds. But not quite now. We're doing some moving platforms first. They're pretty simple. You just run into them or surf into them. Some more of these. I will try and avoid them because I need some hearts. Health is pretty lenient. I don't really need to talk about health too much. You have 3 hearts or 4 if you collect a bonus, but you should rarely ever get hit if you're good at the game. So here's the damage boost. So you get hit, and then you get stunned. Wasn't really meant to get hit there, though. You have about, I believe it's about 90 frames after you get stunned to move with invulnerability. So people normally call it damage boosting or, iframes, invincibility frames. You can just move through enemies so long as they're not physical. So I got hit, got stunned, put a platform down, and then waltzed all the way through. You're meant to be moving stuff, but I didn't. Now, if you've played either Super Mario Galaxy or Mighty Switch Force, which is also a very good game, this is a very similar gimmick. Every time you place a platform down, these these platforms will go in and out of the world. As you can see, they're like solid or invisible. Now, like everything, there's a few ways to manipulate it in some ways. I'll show that shortly. First, though, I'm going to do a tricky little jump here, and that's not what I was meant to do, sadly. Let me go around again. You've also really got to worry about what phase they're in. So sometimes you place platforms down purely just to get them in the right phase. Now, this orange dude, let me try it again. Yay, that was better. Yay, that was much better. So yeah, it's nothing technical about that. You're just jumping very quickly through that. Now, you're meant to be going to the right. As you can see, there's a little gap. You can just do this though. Fine. These platforms have a little bit of leniency. They take 8 frames to appear. 8 frames, if you don't know what frames are, they're 1/60th of a second. So this game runs at 60 FPS. So 8 frames is about 1/6 of a second, roughly. So you have 1/6 of a second to get through before you get crushed. But that's fine because we're fast. So don't worry about it. Let's see. Now, this level has a lot of what I tend to call elevators. I mean, some of the elevators take you to the right, but close enough. We're doing another pixel jump coming up. Over here. That skips a lot of the level. Yeah, first try.
First try as well, yeah.
Legit first try. Thank you for the Claps. I was about to say pity claps. It's not really pity yet. So, I have to play this part of the level pretty normally though. This is the closest this game has to auto-scrollers. Auto-scrollers are the bane of speedrunners' existence.
No, bad auto-scrollers.
Boo, but this game hardly has any. This is the closest it has. Is waiting for that platform and then waiting for this one too. The nice thing you can do, I say that, sometimes, talking about the randomness earlier, you can have a flower appear in the top right, and so what you can do whilst you're waiting for this is speed up like this, get a little bit faster, and then collect the flower in the right. However, it's not there, so there's no reason to go there. It just means a little bit extra collectible, so you don't have to worry so much at the end. Talking about the end, I need to know my count, so it is 1/3. That is probably way lower than what it says on there.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a tiny amount.
Coming out of 1.5 and 121.
Yeah, so I need 17 here. It really matters because if you don't collect enough in the very last level, you have to play it again. And you know, I'm not here to play levels twice. I'm here to play fast. So I'm gonna have to collect a little bit more than I normally do, which is all right. This is the most vertical level of the game so far, and what I'm currently doing is what we call boost jumping. So normally, if you're playing casually, no offense, but you normally place the platforms down like this. You wait to land. You don't need to. You can do a lot of very quick tapping to place a platform jump repeatedly to do this. And then through demonstrating, I fell over, which is fine. It's for the sake of the audience. So that, I have a little count in the top left. I had 25. Good, quick maths. So I'm getting through the end of the world. Hooray, I can advance through the game. So that's the end of World 1. 850, not too bad. And here is a power-up. So you get power-ups throughout the game. Each world at the end gives you one. This is the shot. And what it means is you can shoot. Sadly, I can't get the goal in time.
Another achievement.
Another achievement. I've speedrun on Switch once. The Steam achievements I've already unlocked, but the Switch ones you get every new save.
Oh, seriously?
So I'm going to get every achievement. Well, not every achievement, that's a bit of a lie. But I'm going to get some interesting achievements. I'll try and I'm not doing 100% though. No.
All achievements?
Yeah, sadly not. But so this shot kills these enemies, these innocent looking like viruses. They probably have a more technical name. I don't know it yet. But not only do they destroy the enemies, but they also destroy platforms. Now, anyone like the floor is now lava? Well, that's great because I accidentally landed there. Let me try this again. Talking about the floor is now lava. I'm not going to land on the floor for a good while because, you know, I can surf. Third time's the charm. I am determined to explain this.
Don't worry, it's first try.
It is first try.
First try, don't worry.
Because no one saw what I just did. Okay. Now, it may look like I've landed a couple of times, but oh no, I didn't shoot the switch. Whoa. That's pretty good. Marathon luck, am I right? Okay. This is fine. In fact, whilst I'm here, I can collect a few extra collectibles. So what I was trying to do, which I won't do for the sake of time, is shoot that switch and get hit by a laser at the same time. What happens is you respawn all the way down here to this nice convenient elevator and then go all the way up. It's basically, it's death abuse, what people normally call it. You respawn in the exact place you want to be. And the reason being is because I haven't landed anywhere safe until I was last at that elevator. Unfortunately, I'm explaining it, didn't do it. I'm sure I can do it another time. I think there is one other case of it, which I will explain in about half an hour. Let's see. Yeah, so you kill enemies, you break these platforms. There's a lot of these here to introduce them. And then I activate that switch. A lot of switches, a lot of enemies to destroy, and a lot of platforms just to get you used to the new mechanic. That's pretty much what the first level does in every world. Good level design, basically. Now's a good time for just general stuff if you want to talk about it.
Yeah, we've had a donation.
Sweet.
£20 donation from C260. Comment says, Matt, you and Ash are cute. I don't know what that means.
I didn't quite hear all that comment, but it's.
The comment says, Matt, you and Ash are cute.
I see.
Which is directed at me.
See. Thank you for the donation. It's much appreciated. Special Effects are a great charity. So the main gimmick of this level, you might see a counter, middle of the left, some keys are being destroyed. They don't look like keys, but just work with me on this. They are keys. You destroy them and they open doors. So, you know, basic platforming stuff. They are fiddly though. The keys don't want to be destroyed because, you know, they're somewhat sentient and want to live, but I have to speedrun, so sadly they have to die.
But save the keys, dude.
Sadly, if I could clip through doors, I would.
Save the keys.
I need keys. Yeah, very, very sad times, but it's for the sake of speedrunning. I'm very sorry. I'm going to snipe this one, though. Hey, what a snipe. Because these shots go on forever. They even go off screen. If you've got enough space below you, they will go off. Now, that damage abusing I was talking about in that other level. There we go. You have a second and a half to just do whatever you want. These things keep respawning, as you can see, because they're currently hitting me. They keep splitting constantly and then chasing you. But because you have a second and a half of leniency when you get hit and 3 hearts, you just waltz right on through. So that was intentional damage. I'm good at this game, don't worry. Okay, Tetralop. This has a pretty cool... I think this will be one of the more intuitive skips for people watching at home who haven't played this game before, which will be pretty much everyone. So you have these slingshots. You can either place a platform down, land very quickly, and then jump on it, which means you save a platform. You can also jump at the right frame, which means that you can double up your jump momentum and the slingshot momentum. It's pretty cool. I'm going to try and do it now in a very elaborate setup, which is going to be very hard in a marathon setting. But I'm going to do it because I want to try and do all the cool tricks. I will tell you if it goes well. Not quite. I'm going to try it one more time. If not, I've got a backup. There's kind of a very specific audio cue for that, which I kind of missed, but it's fine. This is the backup. There we go. It's all right. So yeah, if you jump as soon as the slingshot hits you, you jump way higher, and you can pretty much skip the whole last section of the level. It's such an elaborate setup, though. I don't normally get it even in runs at home, so that's how hard it is. But I got the backup anyway, and you still skip a lot. So it's still pretty good. It's still pretty fast. Now, main gimmick in here, like I said, every level has a unique gimmick pretty much. You get these slinkies. They're not really called slinkies. I just like to call them slinkies. That one went for blood. Oh, look, I found a shortcut. What a great achievement.
Hey.
It's like I know.
More achievements.
Like I know the game. Oh, wow, these slinkies have it in for me. So they do have a cue for when they're about to hit you, but it's very hard to follow all of them at the same time. So I might genuinely get hit. Though I do have a heart coming up here. Yeah, okay. I have a bit of a safety buffer. So the slinkies aren't the only gimmick. You can see that I have magnets as well. They will take my platform away, which is kind of rude. It's very hard to get used to when you're playing the game for the first time, because you're controlling your platform the whole time, most of the time, until the magnet actually takes it away from you. Okay, I shouldn't lose that last heart, unless the slinky goes for me, which it won't because I've killed it. If you want to know the actual names of the enemies, don't ask me, I don't really know. If you ask the developer, who may be watching right now, they will agree with slinkies because, you know, it's totally canon. It's canon now. Now, this level isn't the most interesting from a speedrunning perspective, but from a level design perspective, it's pretty cool. The main gimmick is that you see these force field things around a lot of the platforms. They're blocking off enemies, they're blocking off power-ups, they're blocking off platforms that you would otherwise be using, and, well, they're blocking off the whole right section of the level. So I can't get through there yet. What will happen later is I'll activate a switch, and all of them will go away. And then a bunch of enemies will start chasing you as well, just to keep you on your toes. So the whole level design changes through the second half of the game. Or the second half of the level, at least. You'll see that shortly. I'm going to kill this enemy, hit a checkpoint, and then hit the switch. Now, if I'm good, I shouldn't see any of the enemies below me, because some enemies are chasing me right now, but I am fast. I am faster than the enemies, so it's fine. They might catch up because I'm collecting some stuff, but otherwise they shouldn't. I hope this enemy doesn't go left. That's good. Thank you. RNG manipulation by telling the enemy kindly not to get in my way. There we go. So there were some enemies off screen. You never saw them. They're like weird jellyfish-looking things. Again,
too slow.
Too slow. Exactly. They should really speed up. You think they know by now.
This is a speed run. They need
Yeah,
to speed up.
the enemies need to accommodate for my speedrunning prowess.
We've got a donation if you're all right with me reading it out.
Go for it.
It's from Demimond. £100 donation.
Oh, wow. Wait, was that Demi Mondo? What a legend as a developer.
Excited for Octahedron box skip. You can do it, Chris.
Oh, no. Why did you have to call me out on the box skip? I will explain the box skip when it comes up in about 20 minutes. Funny thing is, he's donated very kindly, thank you, 100. If I don't get the box skip, I'm donating 50. So that will be a lot of money already for a very good charity. If I do get the trick, don't worry, I'm still donating. I'm not going to get the trick and be like, haha, no money. I'll be donating 30 if I do get the trick. So, this is one of the first levels that really plays on the music. If you hadn't have noticed, the music is fantastic. Partly composed even by the developer, Demi Monde, as well as Chipsaw, Andre Sabota, Derek Howell. They're all the ones for the main levels anyway. All the music is a jam. As you can see, it's a lot of the stuff happens in tune or in rhythm to the music. The enemies are moving, the flowers are sort of, I think they're kind of in time, but the platforms especially are. Talking about in rhythm, I'm not in rhythm at the moment. Just give me a sec, I will be. There we go. Yeah, I have a normal specific cycle I tend to catch there, which I didn't catch, sadly. Yeah, that is 2-6. We've got a couple more levels. I have some asterisks around here. What is the normal count of collectibles I normally have?
So coming out of 2-6, it should be 136.
Oh, I think I'm going to have 139, so we're good. Hooray, thank you. This is a co-op run, by the way. There's no co-op run on the leaderboards right now, so this will be a world record by default. So get hyped for the default world record. I make the category because I'm leaderboard admin.
Yes.
Yes, I won't really, don't worry.
Right, I can be a part of the first co-op world record run for Octahedron.
Exactly. So again, from a speedrunning trick point of view, there aren't so many in here. It's a lot of focusing on picking up collectibles so that you have enough. You need 170 by the end of this world because there are more levels. There is one very slight trick I'll try and get. It's, I tend to call it Insta-Pipe. It's pretty much exactly what it says on the tin. You instantly go into a pipe. You normally have to break something and then go in. You have to break and enter. So there's a little cork here. A cork on the pipe. I'm going to try and get in. There. It probably wasted time trying to get it, but it's a cool trick. Basically, these pipes are very lenient. You can put your platform very below them and very above them, and they will still absorb you in. So you can both destroy the thing blocking you and also get into the pipe at the same time. It doesn't really save a whole lot of time, but it kind of looks cool. Let's hope I don't get hit, because I do have one heart. I'm keeping everything in suspense at the moment. The jellies hopefully won't get me. Yeah, I'm fine, don't worry.
Nice.
Short explanation, these Tetras, they are other collectibles. They are not required for advancement. They're for bonus levels. I don't need them, so don't worry, I'm not missing those. I just don't need them. So, final level. I need 8 flowers, which is great. 8 flowers is good. I can go through the level fast instead, rather than worrying about collecting. Now, that collectible I just picked up gives me an extra platform. So again, more gimmicks. I say gimmicks, I don't mean that in a bad term. I mean that there's genuinely cool mechanics every level. Now, that slingshot bounce I was meant to do before. Didn't do it again. If you do it a frame late, you absorb the momentum and don't jump as high. Like that. Just in case you missed it the first time. That is how you failed the trick. Third time's the charm, though. There we go.
Nice.
Simple.
First try, again.
First try again. It's incredible. All the first tries I'm getting. They are cutting stream when I fail the tricks right, so that it looks like first try. I hope so. Pretty sure that's what we agreed
do it later.
upon. Yeah. Someone edit the VODs. So here's the jump again. Here's the jump again. Oh, that's so close. Just on my tippy toes. That jump's actually way harder than the other one. So if I do actually get that one, that will be pretty good. If I don't, then I'll just try it the normal way that people normally play this game. That's me absorbing again, and again, and again. It's actually amazing that I'm getting that so consistently. Okay, this is the backup. There we go. That's the safer way. It's fine. I have 8 collectibles, and we're completing World 2 very, very shortly. Here we go. There we go. And I had 9. Funny thing is, very slight optimizations, which speedrunners love. As you can see, I have 170. On a technicality, I actually have 171 flowers. What the countdown does is count up to 170 anyway. It doesn't count the extras you get. But it wastes time collecting more than you need. Technically, I should have collected just 8 flowers on the dot, but it's kind of risky. If your maths is wrong, you mess up and you have to play the level again. So I'm not failing on maths errors. Not today. So, that power-up I just collected is the beam. It is like the shot, except it is constantly firing. So you're now going to have a lot of enemies on screen because you've got some overpowered weapon. So Demimonde decided that 3-1 was going to be like full chock-a-block full of enemies. It's fine though, because I know where they are and I'm just going to kill all of them. And a lot of new enemies as well. I don't believe you see these flying left and right ones until here.
They look like police drones or something, to be honest.
They look like what, sorry?
They look like police drones.
Yeah, it's probably like I'm not meant to be here or something. I don't really know what the lore is, but I'm a speedrunner. I haven't really paid attention yet. I'm going to collect that for good measure, and then I'm going to wait for the police to escape, and then I'll avoid the police. I'm free. So yeah, like I've said for all the other first levels, that's mostly introducing you to the beam. You charge a bucket. It's not really a bucket, but again, canon name, I've made it up. It's a bucket. Talking about buckets, here is another one, just in case you missed it earlier. You charge them up, and then they charge up these platforms. That's some interesting base boosting going on. Probably not picked up, but... So, there's a bucket in the bottom there that I've charged off screen because that saves time. And there are a few buckets I won't charge. I will tell you about those later. Talking about charging the bucket, I fell down and I wasn't meant to, so let's charge it again. There we go, second time if you if you missed it the first time, that's what I did. Yeah, there's spores. They're not very nice. They're the first enemy that you can't kill in these worlds, but if you hit them, they don't like it and they shoot off spores at you. So you can't kill them, and preferably you don't even want to try and hit them. But you can also damage boost through them if you want to. There's another bucket to charge. And I'm going to avoid the spores and get a heart for safety. Now, there's another damage abuse / pixel jump coming up that you're not meant to do, but I'm a speedrunner, so I don't play by the rules. Here it is. You're not meant to land here. Nice. I invaded that spore's personal space. They told me to get off, so I did. And now I'm done. It's actually quite a technical level, that one. There's not much genuine glitches in this game. It's it's coded very solidly, which I'm going to say because the developer's watching, but it genuinely is. It's a very solidly coded game. So a lot of it is just getting around levels in ways that weren't anticipated.
Chris,
sort of like
is this a good time for donations?
Yeah, go for it.
We've got one from King J, £5. It says next strain %. We've got another one from Tiny Tim, £5. Hey all, thrilled to be here at UKSM and looking forward to all the great runs. Good luck on the run, Christerious. Cheers.
Thank you, Tiny Tim. Thanks. They're a pretty good run as well. Not with this game, but I mean, they can run the game if they want. I tried to thread the needle there. It's a bit risky. In fact, because I want to do a trick, I'm going to do an intentional death there so I can have as many hearts as possible, because the trick coming up is quite hard. But like I said, I want as many hearts as possible, so I would like not to get hit. Thank you. Okay, so here are all these buckets that you're meant to be charging. And these frogs really want me to die, but I skip through the frogs, it's fine. So you see these things, these slightly translucent platforms, you might have missed them because they're quite translucent. They're meant to charge up, completely changes the design of the level. You have 30 seconds to reroute yourself. What I've just done is skipped having to charge the platforms up and then just go all the way through the end of the level. So that's a 30-second skip. It's pretty significant. It doesn't look like it, but it is. Interesting thing about this level is that every part of the level is designed the same. The platform layout is identical. The platform type is different. So these are the rhythmic ones. These are the timed, or the platform-based ones. So you put a platform down, and then they change. They're in the same position, same design. Can't believe we rehashed it for every part of the level. It's like, so lazy. But no, it's actually genuinely cool. And these are the timed ones, but like faster than the previous ones. And here is a kind of like a puzzle. Like you're meant to find out what order you're meant to do it in, but you know, when you speedrun the game, you know how to do the puzzle, so it's fine. I've just solved the puzzle. Yay me. So, these platforms, they will disappear when you land on them. So again, new platform. And then finally, you've got these loading platforms from earlier on. You've also got a lot of slinkies. These do like to hit you off, so you fall down and have to do it again. I managed to... Oh, yeah, one of them was hiding. That's fine, they can live. No, apparently I went through the pipe again. No, they can die, it's all right.
That was such a tease.
I know, right? I was like, I'm going to
tease.
spare that slinky. Lies. They're gonna die.
Kill Slinky %.
Yep. No animals saved. Ugh. Okay. Now, I might say this a lot, but this level's pretty cool too. So you get a specific amount of platforms. That's the number that appears above my head. However, this one you get 50. So that's like, wow, okay, that's a bit broken, isn't it? Well, not quite, because you're full of lasers, which I've demonstrated what the lasers do there for viewers at home. Again, that wasn't an accident. So you can fall through these without ever putting a platform down, but it's very hard. You fall very fast. Ooh, I managed to just about miss that one. So here's the secret. They hide a lot of diamonds here, which you need for completion. It might look slow to go all the way down here, but it is fast. Trust me, I'm a speedrunner, so... Now the key, I believe, is off-screen. Yep, it is. It's off-screen for me anyway. So, there's one more key that I'm going to destroy here. There we go. So the boost jumping I mentioned in 1.6 a good while ago, very prominent in this level. You've got 50 platforms to go up very fast, so I'm doing some very, very fast taps. And that is 3.5. Now I've got one very, very hard trick coming up. It'll be a good time to read stuff afterwards, but I will mention once the trick's done. If the trick is done, I want some hype. I'm only going to ask for it once.
I'm ready for my PogChamps.
Or twice, maybe. It's so hard, I might not get it. So these laser platforms, the one that I just went above, they're meant to kill you on the first frame. It just so happens that you can jump on the first frame as well, off of them. So I'm going to get some setup, I'm going to get rid of the frog. I'm going to try it one more time, otherwise it's too risky. I did it! Ooh. Oh, hell yeah!
Nice!
So yeah, that's meant to kill you on the first frame. So it almost sounds like it's not even frame perfect, it's like you're defying the frames. But I managed
zero frame
trick right here. But yeah, no, I'm amazed I got that. So I'm very happy. I don't mind if I fail every other trick now. Yeah, if you want to shout things out, feel free, again, if you need to. Any shout-outs?
Not quite yet.
No worries.
So I will remind everyone watching, ! donate, you know, it exists.
Good command.
It's there.
Okay. every time I think maybe this level's good for a little bit of downtime. Nope, there is actually more stuff to explain here. So these little fly, fairy-looking things, they are similar to these platform pickups, except you have to destroy them. Now, what wasn't anticipated is to destroy them when you're not meant to, like this. So now I have 2 platforms. I'm meant to have 1. So that section to the right, I'm going to skip that. And that's going to happen again very shortly. In fact, it happens off screen. So I'm going to manipulate the camera here. I now have 2 platforms. I'm not meant to have 2, but I do. So I skip the whole section to the left as well. There's a lot of very, very minor skips here, but they all add up. And now there's going to be a very major skip right now. So I can get 2 platforms for the price of 1 right now. I'm using 1 platform and collecting 2. There is 1 off screen. So I can hoard these platforms for as long as I want, but I only need 9. So I'm going to collect this one as well, so for my climb. That I've got a spare, I'm going to destroy that, and then I'm here. I'm right at the end. I'm not meant to be. I'm going to try this cheekily, even though this is really hard. Wow. I did it again. I don't normally get that one. Honest to God, they kill you. Actually, you saw the first time when I got hit, that was proof that you can die, and then the second time was proof that you can skip it.
I mean, considering you're getting it within like two tries and like, you know, a full death is impressive.
Yeah, I have no idea how, but I am. So I didn't ask you either, so no fault of your own. I didn't count how many I'm meant to have of collectibles, which is fine. I will just collect way more than I need. The last level, you can easily collect 30 without wasting time. So long as I have 160 by the end, it's all groovy. Don't worry about it. But yeah, this is another very vertical, very enemy-filled level, as you can see, because I just got hit by them. It's very hard to back up when you get hit, but I've managed to get through anyway. Okay, let me see what my count is. Yep, that's fine, 20. That means I can do some cool tricks. Not that I haven't been doing cool tricks the whole time, obviously. Let me try this one, it's very hard. I'll explain it once I've got it. Oh, I'm gonna try one more time. It's a very precise couple of jumps. Nah, it's hard. Basically, what I like to call peak jumps, it's essentially the highest, it's the peak of your jump. You need to put a platform down. It's within 21 frames, about a third of a second. So that's a frame-perfect jump followed by another frame-perfect jump just to get the right height to skip that. It's a lot to ask for. So I try it twice. If I fail, then I'll just carry on. So it's no worry. There are a few instances. In fact, I can try and do it here. Here's the redemption arc. Here is another sequence of peak jumps. That wasn't it. Ooh. I'm gonna try it again. I'm very stubborn. It's hard. You also need to jump in a very specific way to be able to get up there. If you jump straight up, you don't quite get the same height as jumping whilst you're moving. So a lot of things have to align for that to work. Sadly, they didn't today, but other things have worked. So it's all good. Positive thinking. Now, my flower count. I have 15, as you can see in the top left. Oh, I didn't get the Tony Hawks. No. You can do a weird sort of animation glitch where it looks like you're kind of surfing. Like, it is a weird animation. Sadly, I didn't get it. It's not an actual speedrunning trick, it just looks funny. Now, I have 20 exactly. Let me not get killed by that laser, or that one. That's better. Safety first. I did just double check. So I've just got 20 on the dot. That was quite risky, because if I missed one flower, I wasn't advancing through this world. But thankfully I am. That is the world free done. And you power up.
It is my favorite platform.
I
like this platform.
The best platform. It is overkill. I hope you like drills. Another achievement.
We've gotten like, what? Wait, hold up. 5 achievements.
I believe so. I'll show it at the end.
Yeah.
We've got another donation.
Go for it.
Leon, £10. Well done for doing the trick, Chris.
The trick. Thank you. I know exactly which trick he's referring to. Thank you, Leon. I can't look back right now, but I believe you might be there. So, an interesting glitch is coming up. Oh yeah, I hope you don't like bees because I'm killing all of them. It is sometimes a donation incentive to kill or save the bees. I'm just going to default to killing them. They're evil. No one likes bees in video games. I hope. There is an interesting glitch, a Switch exclusive glitch, interestingly, coming up. I will attempt to explain it. So, I'm going to destroy this. I'm going to press the home button. Oh wait, I'm meant to be playing the game. Oh look, the platform's just, that box in the left, it has just dropped down further than it was meant to, and it's going to do it again. That's the wrong button. That's the home button. And then that box was there, that box, now it's dropped down. Basically, I've skipped 2 cycles by pressing the home button and releasing. Why does it work? I don't know, but it works, so it's fast. It pretty much, as far as I'm aware, when you press the home button and it pauses the game, it kind of resyncs the clock. The clock that's a lot of the platforms and the rhythm and everything bases itself on. So the platform will change from solid to not being solid and release the box earlier than it's meant to. That's my attempt at explaining it, but otherwise it just works, which is the other way speedrunners tend to explain glitches. It just works. The game gets confused and lets you through. Now there is a very evil gimmick in this level. Those flowers that I haven't activated yet, not the nice flowers that I collect, but the evil flower, the piranha plant-looking thing, they will eat your platforms if you let them. Don't worry, I won't let them. Well, I'll let them now. Here you go. I was just feeding it. It got a little hungry. And then I crushed it. I'm very sorry. There's a lot of killing in this game, I'll be honest. It's very gruesome. Okay, so let me just let this go, and go all the way through. And now there is something that I intuitively call platform spamming. It's exactly what it sounds like. I'm going to try and spam platform. It is way easier on keyboard. It might be quite hard on controller. We'll see how it goes. I might have to change my grip. Oh, that's nearly. Oh, I have 1 heart as well. Should I risk it? Should I risk it? Yeah, I'm going to risk it. No, I shouldn't risk it. No! Okay, I've got some more hearts to try it when I get there again. I'm determined to try it. So, let's see if I can get it this time. I probably should have collected the safety heart, but I'm not one for safety in this speedrun. Thankfully, nothing is dangerous enough that you'll lose minutes. You'll just lose seconds. Second time's a charm. Third time. I keep hitting the analog stick. Hey, first try.
Nice.
Amazing. So yeah, do you want me to explain how that works? I can this time. So when you put a platform down and it gets eaten, there's no solid platform. There's nothing you're landing on. However, because the developer doesn't want you to spawn inside a platform, every time you press the button, you're forced upwards very slightly. If you stare at Octahedron, the canonical name of this character, or Ron for sure, if you stare at his legs, you see that they go up every time I put a platform down, at least so long as I'm moving upwards. I didn't charge that bucket. So when you go upwards, it even works when your platform gets eaten. So if you spam the platform button 5 times, you move upwards 5 times. And so you get a little bit more upwards momentum, and you can just about skip the actual sequence you were meant to do in the previous level. That is my attempt at explaining that. Sadly, but interestingly enough, it's the only time you do it. So I can't really explain it again. There are a lot of one-time tricks in this game. But anyway, to this level, this level has these interesting arc movement enemies. For a very linear movement game, it's quite confusing. I'm only used to straight lines. The circular ones is just too high IQ for me. So that's an intentional death abuse because I want 3 hearts for an upcoming floor is now lava, that I like to call it. So I'm going to land here, and then wait for this, and then never land again for a good while. And then die. And then I'm back where I'm meant to be. So there's my death warp. Now, peak jumps again. The really hard thing I couldn't get earlier, I absolutely want to get now for redemption. It's hard though. and these enemies like to hit you. One more try. Ah, it's so hard. Okay. It's very hard, given the marathon setting as well. Some tricks are just much easier when you're sitting at home. But it's fine. It didn't even look that much faster anyway. Oh, I forgot. I was trying to eat my platform. Okay, let's get through this section. There we go. So that's 4-3 down. 4-4 is a very vertical, just go fast level. So if you want to do any further shout-outs to charity, then feel free.
No donations as of yet, but remember guys, we are doing all of this for special effects. So if you guys watching the stream want to donate, you can do so by following the link that is being posted by our donation bot every now and then. And if you're watching in the chat, no, if you're watching here, chairs. That's what I was going for, chairs.
Live
You
studio
can go
audience.
to twitch.tv/UKSM Live and follow the links and donate to special effects.
Please do. They're here on site as well if you want to see what they do. They do some awesome stuff. Last time I went there, they did some eye tracking stuff, which is, you know, very, very accommodating. Even speedrunning, accessibility is important. Now, the box skip. The box skip is coming up. The box skip that Demimonde Games wants me to do. I will attempt to do it. Funnily enough, in a very early version, which I pointed out to Demimonde so they can patch it, if you failed this skip, you actually soft-locked and had to start the level again. Thankfully, it's not quite as dangerous this time round, but I still like to hype it up because it's quite a hard trick. Let me try and do this trick again. So these boxes, it's not this box specifically, but that's the main gimmick is you destroy these things and the boxes fall down. You can slip under one of them and save a good 15 seconds if you're fast, which I'm going to try to be. That's a bit awkward. I was actually intending to damage abuse there so I could get all my hearts back anyway. So this isn't fully intentional. 3 hearts. Because the death is quite quick, so for safety I'm going to do it. Now it isn't this box either. I'm not box skipping this one. It's coming soon. There's a casual slingshot boost as well. Okay, this is going to be hard on control if I'm going to try it. Oh, I got under it. That was it. Ask for pogs in chat.
Pogs, get the... I need the pogs, quick.
Quick, get the pogs.
Pogs.
So I don't have a donation, but I do have an interesting comment from the dev in chat.
Yeah, go for
About
it.
the pause trick you were doing earlier.
Oh no.
Where you went to the home menu.
Yeah, the home
They
button.
say it works because after a system pause, in order to resync the music with the rhythm elements of the game, it has to restart both the music and the cycles. It's by design, but it can be abused occasionally.
I'm very sorry for abusing it. Very eloquently put, though.
Speedrunners, we get past, don't worry.
Now we have a... It's funny, the speedrunner developer relationship can vary a lot. Like, you have AAA games where you won't really get the developers liaising with the speedrunning community much. Maybe a quick shout out here and there. You have indie games where it can be a lot more personal, especially from a one-man dev team like Demimonde. This was one guy developed this, just to tell you. And sometimes you can get some controversial things. You know, developers want to patch glitches. They want their code to be perfect. But speedrunners don't want that. They want the glitches that make them go fast. And Demimonde Games, Demimonde Games is very... Went back in the pipe, that's very slow. Has been very, very nice in patching stuff that, you know, is genuine issues, but keeping stuff in that's just a little faster that not many people would find anyway. For that, like, I thank him a whole lot because it makes me be able to go fast. Even something got patched accidentally, he went back and moved the platform so that the glitch would still work, or the skip would still work. That's how nice he is. So shout outs to Demimonde Games. Very, very nice. This level is one of the slower ones, actually, in the sense that there's nothing to skip. These platforms are pretty solid. There's no out of bounds. It's about 1.5 minutes when run very fast, which I've just skipped. I've just got past 1.5 minutes rate. But that's like a perfect IL where you don't pick anything up as well. But yeah, this is one of the longer levels, and there's not much to skip. It's very much just, well, whilst I'm here, I'm going to do a little bit of collecting of these flowers. That's about it for this level. But don't worry, we still got more tricks left. We still got a couple more worlds to go as well. That laser nearly got me. And here's like a swarm of slinkies. I'm very sorry if you like slinkies, but... Oh, you know what? I'll spare them, actually. I'm sparing them at the moment. There we go. I've saved some animals.
Some.
Some.
Some have lived.
Okay, could you do a quick count? How many should I have by 4-6?
4-6, you should have 136.
136?
36.
Okay, I think I had 140. Thank you, my co-op partner.
Don't worry, we'll get this.
We got this. We got this in the bag.
I'm not doing anything, I'm just counting, but still, we'll get this.
That frog can be in 2 different places, so he bopped me off. So, funny thing about this one is that these platforms, as you can see, normally disappear. They only appear when you put a platform down. That was intentional, by the way. I wanted my hearts. But because I'm going so fast, they are mostly going to stay in view. So the gimmick of the level is, oh my god, everything's invisible and I have to keep putting platforms down. Well, when you're fast, you're always putting platforms down, so you can always see. Yeah, cool. In fact, this is the one world where you don't have to worry about your count at all. I normally get 30 in this level, I need 10. So this is all good. Interesting thing about this level, it used to have a route where you do the same thing that I did about 10 minutes ago. You used to hoard platforms. It's actually not any faster, it just looks cool. The sad thing is, I like doing things that look cool, but if they're slower, it's not to be done, so I'm not going to do it. But it's fine, because it's done in 3.8 anyway, so I've already shown off the way you can manipulate these platform-giving enemies to get more platforms. So otherwise, this is a pretty normal playthrough of this level. I say normal, not quite normal. I wasn't actually meant to land there, but it's fine. In fact, this is a site. Ooh, this is a site manipulation. There, I've got 2 now. So you can surf your platform even when you're not on it. So you can sort of keep your platform surfing whilst you're running around. It is fully intentional. It's by design, but it's not meant to be done in the way that I did. I don't want to do it then. This might be a bit risky. Get there. No. That's fine. I'll loop around. The timing in this level is quite strict. That's the much better cycle. Thank you. So I'm going to try and manipulate this. This enemy actually doesn't want you to kill it, so it keeps running away from you. So I'm just going to move it specifically over there and then kill it. I'm very sorry, but I needed that platform. It was a noble sacrifice. And that's the end of World 4.
Nice.
So, there's a pretty cool power-up coming up now. We'll get hyped up. Demimonde will say in chat, like, this is the best power-up. He's really happy about this one. It's the Infinity Power. Oh, okay, I won't get it then. Yeah, that's a debate. You all got debated, I'm very sorry. We'll get it later, don't worry. Just not now. Zoom. So, that home button manipulation that Demimonde kindly explained earlier, we're going to do it again. This used to be a very tight cycle. You used to have to get through here with about 1 second to spare. Like, if you were a second too slow, you would miss a cycle. Because of the home button stuff, it is now no longer so strict. So I can actually afford to collect more than I normally get. So, I mean, I'm still going to try and play a bit fast, but because it's a locked cycle, I don't actually really need to. I can be like I can take 15 extra seconds if I want to, which I'm doing right now. I might be pushing my luck actually, but we'll see. So I've been taking my time to collect as much as possible. No, I think it's fine. I don't think I did that right because I accidentally paused the normal way. I will do it right the second time though. I'm getting used to my home button placement. So actually, I did the cycle wrong. You can only do it every other time, so I'm going to do it now. And the box fell. So I saved some time.
So has this home button skip been discovered recently then? Seems as it's the only optimal on console versions of the game.
Yeah, so funny story. When I was running this at another event, I was practicing on the 6-hour train to get to Glasgow, and that's when I found it. Because I just so happened to pause because I was just going on my phone, went back and found that the box moved. And I was like, what?
I mean, skips happen sometimes by accident.
Exactly.
In the best possible way.
People do wonder when you watch speedruns, how do they discover all this stuff? Some of it is purely by chance. And then you find something, some weird behavior, and you're like, what about if I use this behavior here? Because through chance and just understanding of the game, you can find interesting ways of manipulating certain behaviors of games. So that's how that managed to save. It saves 20 seconds through the run, which is pretty chunky. This late into the game's speedrunning sort of like history, I guess. So these are the bouncy boys. That's the canonical name. Marco will, or Demimonde will attest to that. The bouncy boys bounce you a lot. You can normally get through there quickly, but if you don't, you just get bullied in the bouncy castle. And here are the bees. I'm killing them again. Shouts to killing bees. I hope no one likes bees in chat. They might want to look away again.
If you're playing like any of these levels on like a new game plus speedrun with the bouncy boys, they're actually a lot of fun to go through extremely fast.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. It's funny, they're not... The bouncing is so erratic that you wouldn't think someone who wants to be consistently fast would like it, but I do like them. They're funny to me anyway. And you know, once you get used to it, you know where they're going to bounce you to. And you will see a bouncy boy manipulation, the technical term, coming up later in 5.4, I believe, so in 2 levels time. Again, more mechanics and more tricks. It's not like one of those, it's not a platformer where you do all the tricks in the first minute and then it's the same the whole way through. There's new stuff coming about. So this level is mostly about collecting and, you know, not dying. That's always fast. See, not dying, that was intentional. There is one very minor, I don't know if it's well explained, but the whole floor is now lava thing. It's going to be done one more time in a very minor way, in the sense that I don't land for a while and then I respawn exactly where I want to be. It's coming up in a few level sections times, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Okay, so here, I'm going to land here, do a little bit of surfing. Haven't got quite the right cycle I want. None of these platforms are where I want to land. There, I'm back here. So it's definitely used, basically. And now I've made this like really risky. So, yep. Jinxed myself there. That can happen if you only have one heart and you get the wrong cycle. Not many parts of these levels are very cycle dependent. Like if you miss a cycle, you can't do anything. But there is a lot of cycle-dependent enemy positions. So if I'm not getting the cycle I normally get, it is a little disorienting. This cycle I'm more used to, and so I went fast. Now, if anyone likes level skips, this is probably the most you skip of any level. because of an interesting way that the bouncy boys work. Technical term, again. You can get your platforms back from the bottom. So look at all the section to the right that I'm meant to be playing. I just don't. All I do is collect some platforms and go on my way. I kind of want that flower, so I'm going to collect it. But see, all the section to the right that you're meant to be playing, all the like really nice designed part of the level, I'm very sorry, Demimonde, I'm skipping it. But it is few and far between. Most of the time you're playing through most of the level. This one, you very much hug the left part of the screen and skip it. They get equally harder, like this one. Ooh, this is a bit tight. The enemies are going to get me. Nah, don't worry, it's fine. And then this one. Ooh, I've got these like X enemies. Again, probably not the right term for them. And I go through there as well. And then I skip past that. This is the only one, sadly, you can't skip. You have to play this normally. So back to normality. And again here, you sort of play this bit normally as well. Yep, all according to plan.
Nice.
I should have way more flowers than I need, so it should be all good. Yeah, I have way more than probably the count in there.
I was going to say thank God, because it's not on my
I wasn't
co-op sheet that I have over here.
Co-op sheet, no. Okay, so I'm going to try and fall fast. Let's hope I fall fast. Not quite. It's significant enough that I'm going to try and fall fast again. It's a very tight cycle. If I don't get it the second time, I'll just carry on normally.
Be back at 50 platforms.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yep. That's pretty fast.
So doing this in a, like falling down this fast, it actually requires quite a lot of memorization of the level, because you have to know where the lasers are
Exactly.
while falling down. So with also how fast you're falling with the speed, it can also like kind of mix in with like reaction time to see if you're off to the left or off to the right a little bit more than what you should be in order to get through the lasers. So
yeah, exactly. Well put. The falling. The funny thing is, the falling is faster than anything. So anytime you have to fall and not hit lasers, and you're reacting to the lasers as well, is it's very hard. So, but once you get down to the rhythm, like once you get used to the motions that you're doing, it's thankfully not so bad. Yeah, I've just about got enough. I actually skipped more than I normally do there, but I need 14 on the dot. Hopefully the maths is right. This is the last time the maths matters. I can count 91 plus 14 is 105. We can do maths, guys. Because the next world, you don't need to collect flowers anymore. No more thinking on the fly.
this is pure speed.
Pure speed. So what do I get? What do I get? What do I get? Do I get the power up? Do I get the goal? No, I don't get either. He's just going to eat it. The Octahedron's a bit mean. This is also, funnily enough, the only time I get a break. I haven't really been able to stop and do anything, which, you know, from a viewing perspective is pretty cool. There's no downtime. From a runner perspective, it's quite tough.
Yeah, so the world coming up now is probably one of my favorites. I believe it's basically kind of like mirrored versions of worlds that you've already played, but it's like 10 times harder.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's the world, but it's gone a bit crazy. It's full of lasers. It's full of enemies. The best part of it is it's full of bulbs that are trying to kill you. So, you know, you've been breaking all these bulbs all the time? Ooh, I didn't see that. You know you're breaking bulbs the whole time? Well, now they're coming to get you. You've been destroying them for the past hour, and they didn't really like
revenge,
that.
dude.
Exactly.
They're coming back for their revenge. Yes, also in this world, I believe we also have infinite platforms this time around.
Exactly.
As well,
So the World 5 bait, where they say you're going to get infinite platforms and you don't, you finally get them. So there's no counter above my head. I can make as many platforms as I want. And that might seem really broken. Well, the levels are very crazy. And there are the bulbs that are trying to kill me. However,
we're going to be using a lot of this boost jump
yeah,
to
exactly.
get through the levels very, very quickly in this. like as you can see with like the level design in these worlds, it's basically like distorted, really. So
yeah, there's a lot of new enemies and stuff, like this acid, the bulbs trying to kill you, some new looking lasers as well. It's all quite dangerous.
yeah, it's like we also don't play every single level, so it's not like an exact mirror of the previous worlds. We do actually like skip. So as you saw, we just did like X1, and now we've gone to like X3. So we're not doing like X1, X2, X3, X4. So
yeah, it's not like the whole game all over again, thankfully. But it's a like best picks sort of thing. So I'm probably going to use this opportunity, because there aren't any new tricks per se. It's a lot of boost jumping. I use this opportunity just to do a few shout-outs, because I'm going to be efficient and speed run my shout-outs. So it's quite a small community, but there are a fair amount of people who have helped along the way. I started running this when the demo came out, and about 3 months later, Orox, I don't know how to pronounce his whole name, but Orox and Emoji both have been very helpful in finding stuff, in hyping the game, in introducing new people to it. There are a few people who do individual levels. This is a very good speedrun game for just playing individual levels as well, because it keeps track. There are even speedrun medals, so if you like your achievements, you will like this game. There are tons of them. But in terms of ILs, there's Xavier and JSL as well. We found a lot of cool stuff. And shouts, like I've already said before, to the developer Demo Monday Games, who was in chat. They've been so helpful for the speedrun. They've been very cooperative the whole year and a half that I've been playing this game. They're such a chill person as well. And yeah, I can't thank them enough. As well as Square Enix Collective as well, who published the game. They actually asked if there were any runners of this game in the UK. Now, I'm the only one running this game at the moment, so there's a very easy decision. So that was me. But shout outs to them as well.
Yeah, if anyone is interested in running Octahedron, I believe you guys have a Discord server as well.
Yes, exactly. If you go to speedrun.com/Octahedron, not only can you submit times there, but the Discord is linked there as well. And also a few guides, a few splits, the world record run, which is 101.58 by me. Shout-outs to world record runs.
Self-shout-outs.
Self-shout-outs. Oh, that just sped me in there. That was the instant karma for tooting my own horn, getting killed. But yeah, all the resources can be found there if you want to. It's a fun run. There are categories that are under an hour as well, if you're not keen on something being an hour long. So, and any help, just let me know. It's a good game in general. I advise buying the game anyway. I have not been sponsored. I just really like the game. Other shout-outs to UKSM as well for hosting this event and for having me. They had me a year ago as well. Ooh, let me just concentrate a little bit. Ah. The shout-outs are throwing me off, but I'm determined. Oh, I could have gone through then as well. Yeah, they're going to put on a good show for the next 4 days. I believe we have Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel by HypnoShark next.
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider next. Sweet, cool. Yeah, there's been a few schedule movements, but we have Tomb Raider next by Bexkey. So do stay around for that as well. It's going to be pretty good. I believe it's the original one as well. But yeah, let me concentrate so I don't die again, and then I'll resume the speed shoutouts. Shoutouts to Ash, who I believe is in crowd, for providing a Switch dock last minute. I was going to run this on PC, but we had to run on Switch last minute. But they very kindly provided the dock and the controller. So claps to them, if anyone can clap them at the moment. Claps. Thank you. See, I'm not asking for my own claps, but I will get people to clap other people. Just general shout-outs to anyone who is in the crowd. I literally haven't had a chance to turn around, but whoever is in there, thank you for watching, generally. I say that like I'm ending the run. Yep, ending the run. This is the end of the game.
Still got a few more levels, yeah.
I've still got a few more levels, oh god. But generally, just thank you very much, and do stick around. Speedrunning is very, very entertaining. We have a lot of good runs going on today. and anyone watching at home as well. Anyone who hasn't been able to come to the event but's watching on Twitch, really appreciate it. Now I do actually need to concentrate. This level is hard. It used to be my demon. If I get this smoothly, it's going to be good. Because there are a lot of cycles.
Yeah, this level is...
I still hate it.
It's the lasers.
Oh, I'm not getting that cycle then. I'll get the next cycle. Okay, I'm waiting for this pattern, and then I'm going to boost jump. And then that laser nearly hit me, and it didn't, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. Calculated.
It's also extremely more difficult because, as you can see, these lasers are off center. So what you're used to previously in the game, with it being in the 90 degrees range, these are like all over the place basically. So.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Especially similar to what I said earlier about the enemies that go on an arc. These enemies go diagonally, and nothing else in the game does until now. So it sounds a bit weird, but it's new. Everything's a new thing thrown at you for the last few levels. I can't do that bit fast. Because of the fact that they're skew, they will kill you if you go too fast. So I have to be slow. Now we've got 2 more levels, and then we've got something at the end as well, which you might not expect.
Video feeds frozen.
That was close. Thankfully, you can tank a lot of hits in these levels anyway. I say, having done a few accidental deaths, more than I normally do. But that's just marathon luck for you. It's a very different setting. Like that. Hopefully, I don't get hit here. Good. One more level. This should just be, in an ideal scenario, a lot of boost jumping. And then it's just about 4 minutes away. Oh, go away. Everything is slightly askew. I'm not going to take a safety death. I will take a safety heart right here on my path anyway. Now this bit looks a bit dangerous, but it's fine. Nice. Okay, last level coming up.
Just zoom straight to the end.
Yep. That was recently discovered. You can menu quickly with the L trigger, and we didn't know.
Oh, damn.
So it's speed tech. It's menuing speed tech. Now, I'm restarting the level because the boss, spoilers, there is a boss in this game, will come out faster if you restart the level, so that you don't have to wait every time. There, right on cue.
This is honestly such a cool boss fight.
It is. Some people found it really, really hard and were less keen on it. I really like it. And because I've speedrun it enough, it's not so dangerous, so it's fine.
If you also find button smashing satisfying, you're going to love the end phase.
Oh, yes, exactly. I used to button mash in here, but it turns out, and Demi Monday even told me, that the boss takes a hit every 20 frames, I believe, roughly. So every third of a second. So there's no use trying to mash your platform. The beam is constantly hitting it 3 times a second. That's an early death, but you have a lot of leeway, so it should be all right. Now I'm camping here. The lasers can't hit me. And I'm going to camp again. Sooner or later, we'll get into a phase where some arrows come from the top of the screen. And I can, again, camp that one too, like here. So long as these platforms spawn at random, so long as you get lucky, you can spawn them in the right place. Yeah, there's a certain invulnerability stages, as you can see, when there's a force field around the boss. But you just kind of wait it out. It's mostly vulnerable, so the key is to keep hitting it. It errs near being an auto-scroller boss, but it's not quite, because you are meant to be hitting it as much as possible. So you can speed it up. You can have a boss take 4 minutes, you can have a boss take optimally 3 minutes, so there is a minute time save from just being good. Yeah, cool, didn't take a hit. Yeah, the health's in the left, if you haven't seen. That health is gradually going down. Once it's about a fifth of the way is when it gets to the final phase. In fact, neat little bit of trivia that Demimonde might be pointing out, if he's still in chat, is that as you take more health, more faces of the Octahedron get broken. Of course, I didn't notice because I'm unobservant and just trying to be fast. But that is a neat little graphical touch. So the fact that I have 4 lives, getting hit is genuinely not a concern, to the point where you can just get hit and not worry about it. Final phase. Here we go. Time is coming up shortly. I will let you know as soon as it does. As soon as the final hit happens and the piano music kicks in, that will be the final time. I'm going to camp here for a little bit. Get ready on mashing. I held left accidentally, which is fine. I have 4 more hits to take. That was expected. Let's just keep you on edge. I only have 1 life remaining. It would be a hell of a lot of time loss if I don't kill this boss. But don't worry, I'm mashing quite well.
Is that your fire alarm?
Oh, the fire alarm on cue. I've had a fire alarm go off in this run before, and it's going off again. Insane luck. And time. Woo! That's the hype alarm. Okay. I'll be perfectly honest. That time is atrocious, but it's fine. I managed to explain a lot of tricks. I managed to get most of the tricks in the run. There was just a bit of bad luck. The world record of this is 1:01:58 that I said before, so it's a good 10 minutes over, but that's all right. That's why I speed ran through my shoutouts whilst I was playing. But again, shoutouts to UKSM, shoutouts to Special Effect. Please do donate. I'm going to be donating 30 quid because I was going to donate a little more if I failed a trick, but I got the trick. But I will donate 30 quid, so that's going to be donated very shortly. So you guys, please dip into your pockets and donate as well. But yes, that's all from me. Thank you very much for being on Couch.
Oh,
and,
thank you.
Next up is Tomb Raider, I believe.
Yeah, no,
Sorry,
yeah, next up is Tomb Raider. Thank you for doing your run with your own donation. That will bring up our current total to £170.
Awesome, that's
which
great.
is incredible for this early in the marathon.